Hey everybody, welcome back to Cody in the Cinema. Today I wanted to discuss the Fistful of Dollars remake, something that I wanted to take some time to reflect on before I made a video because we've had plenty of good remakes in the past that have even improved in some cases on their predecessor, but unfortunately I don't see that happening here. And I want to go over the two biggest gripes I have already that I believe I'll be correct with these gripes. So the first, if you're not familiar, A Fistful of Dollars is already a remake. It's a remake of the samurai story basically A Fistful of Dollars copied it. It's interesting to read about the copyright and so forth and everything that went on with that. But this story is just a retread of the Kurosawa film, Yojimbo, and that movie had a great performance from another legendary actor who grabs the screen by the horns and pulls, much like Clint Eastwood does, right? And Toshiro Mifune, you're talking about the samurai version. Toshiro Mifune really had the screen presence. I mean, how many movies has he been in that you love if you've watched as many Japanese movies as I have? And some of you probably seen all of the Kurosawa pictures. The same thing for Clint Eastwood is true. He has that once-in-a-lifetime charisma, face, expression, mannerisms, everything that grabs you in to the screen. And I think that alone is going to be very difficult to capture for a third time if you consider this remake to be a second sequel to Yojimbo, which is kind of how I'm looking at it. Moreover, something that I do think is in the control of the producers and the directors. Maybe you can't find someone who has the screen presence of Eastwood or Mifune, but okay, what is in your control? Well, what you could control is you could do something fun like this story did. Take the samurai story and pull it out into a whole different genre and make something interesting there. Add cowboys and guns and so forth. Well, here's something I thought to myself. Let me tell you what's not going to happen. They're not going to do that. They're not going to pull this thing from the cowboy genre, from the Western genre. I was thinking to myself, what if I watched this movie, this Fistful of Dollars remake, and it was completely off the wall different? What if it was a musical? What if there were two rival factions in New York City, and then this one actor or actress kind of plays both, studios against each other? Now, there's something that would be, I don't know, different. Just like what Leone did. Different. I mean, it would be similar, but different. Same difference. You see? Maybe you could even throw a nod to All That Jazz in there. Do something. Do something original. That's not going to happen, though. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I pulled out two movies off my shelf that I'm pretty sure are going to be representative of what this thing's going to look like. I think it's going to look like True Grit by the Coen brothers with a Mad Max Fury Road filter on it. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but it just feels like a cash grab for A Fistful of Dollars, doesn't it? But maybe not. I could be pleasantly surprised. Sometimes these things do have a way of working out. We have had some good Westerns lately that do play off of pre-established Western tropes. So I'm thinking of a movie like Old Henry, for those of you that are familiar with that. Why not, in general, draw more from all these great stories from Western history is also a thought I had. I've traveled a lot to different places in the West this summer, and I just see story after story that could be adapted into a motion picture that no one's using. I mean, just how much Doc Holliday, Billy the Kid have we not explored, right? I recently watched Billy the Kid versus Dracula, and I was actually more excited about that campy kind of awful movie than I am what I'm seeing out of A Fistful of Dollars. I just don't think it's going to work out. So those are sort of the thoughts I've been able to gather about this topic. I know this is going to be a passionate topic for many because it should be. This is an awesome trilogy of movies that Clint Eastwood put together. And Akira Kurosawa, I mean, if you're going to dip into that territory, you better have something good lined up. So what do you all think? Am I being too negative on it? Do you have more optimism for it? Any other thoughts you might have about this or other Westerns related to it, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on Cody in the Cinema.